The violence began before and after a Europa League match between Ajax Amsterdam and Maccabi Tel Aviv. Groups of young men mostly. Throughout the day, thousands of Israeli fans had streamed into the city and gathered in Dam Square to sing and chant.
What happened last night in Amsterdam and the images and the messages that we've heard from there are downright scandalous and reprehensible. And I think that everything should be done to track down and prosecute the perpetrators.
There were arrests in the city centre before the game started, with reports of clashes between Maccabi fans carrying Israeli flags and pro-Palestinian protesters angry at Israel's continuing war in Gaza. Visiting fans set off fireworks, some made racist chants about Arabs, and there were reports on social media of Palestinian flags being torn down. Despite their presence, Dutch police have been criticised.
They came really late.
They came too late.
They came when a lot of people were already hurted, injured. Some of them probably go to the hospital. I don't know if they 100% show information if they go to hospital.
The streets around Johan Cruyff Stadium were well policed, but Amsterdam's mayor, Femke Halsema, said perpetrators actively sought out Israeli football supporters to attack and abuse them. She said the violence was indefensible, as riot police had to protect supporters and escort them to their hotels. Travellers heading into Europe from Israel said they have concerns, especially after a year of war between Hamas and Israel. Despite dozens of Israeli hostages being detained, there have been international condemnation of Israeli airstrikes, killing and injuring tens of thousands of civilians in Gaza.
Most of the time it's very safe, and I felt very safe for a long time as I've lived there. And now going back, maybe things have changed, but it could be that it was just one incident.
The anti-Semitism that burst out in Amsterdam last night is unacceptable. And it should be taken care of, in a very strong way.
The European Union and the United Nations have expressed alarm and condemned the violence and apparent discrimination on the basis of ethnicity and nationality. Thursday night's violence follows another incident in Amsterdam last March, when Israeli and Palestinian supporters demonstrated against each other as the Netherlands opened the country's first Holocaust museum. Iolo, Dafydd, CGTN.